Hey guys, Rodney back at you again for another video. I think it's 53, um, the mindset for wealth building. Um, the th Before we get into the thought, three things I always like to start off with is one, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Second, children do not save for the parents, but the parents for the children. Last, house and wealth comes from the father. Guys, wealth building um, is not only about yourself, putting yourself in a good position, not only putting your family in a good position, but it's also good to be able to help people, your neighbors, your community get into a better position. So building wealth is not being selfish, but it enables you to be able to do more. And money is just a tool. And the more money we have, the more tools or things we can use with those tools to make things happen. So let me leave you with the topic for today is blow the competition away. Blow the competition away. How do you do that? But really, guys, there is no competition. You ever heard the saying, what's for me is for me and what's for you is you? Have you ever heard that before? The, we do not compete with one another. The only thing that we need to do is to become better. Man, that's what I've been saying all along in most of my videos is once you realize what you want to do or want to achieve, want to become, then you only become the better version of yourself. And so if I become the best that I can be, then there's no competition because whatever is for me. And if you the version that you are, it could be the best that you are, it could be lacking the best of what you are. It won't be no competition because I have what I'm going to have because I have developed myself. I have grown into the best version of myself. So whatever comes to me or whatever I want to achieve, I'm going to achieve it at the level of my growth. So there is no competition because I'm just focusing on me. I'm not focusing to the person on my right. I'm not focusing on the person to my left. I'm not looking person in front of me, behind me. I am just doing the best that I can do. Remember the days if you were in school and you studied hard? Now, you might say that you wanted to have the best grade in the class, but were you really competing with the next student? No, you were just studying to be the best version of yourself to take that test. And so when you took that test and you studied hard, whatever grade you got was the best grade that you're going to get at that time. So whatever you got, what was for you, you got it. It was not based on the person that was sitting the left or right or behind you or in front of you. No, you studied hard. You took that test. You were well prepared and you knocked that thing out. I don't care if you got a D, C, a B, or an A. You were the best version of yourself at that time. So if you didn't study hard, then you were the best version of yourself at that time, even though you could have been better. So, guys, there's no competition out there. I don't look around and say, "Oh man, who's looking for that job?" No, if I'm the best that I am, and if that job is for me, then I'm going to get that job. But if I examine myself and say, you know what, I got some things I need to work on. So that tells me right there that I'm not the best version of myself. So there may be someone out there that is better equipped or better for the job than I am because I am not ready. And I know within myself that I'm not ready because there's some things I need to learn. There's some things I need to work on. But once I said, man, I'm the best that I can be, then that's just it. You know, I was looking at the combine with the guys running, and you had some guys that ran the first time. They had whatever seconds it was, and then they ran again and came up um, with the same time. Now, could they go back to the drawing board and chop off a little bit of time? They probably could, but at that point, that was what they got. That was the best version of themselves. So all that training, all that hard work, when it came to that test, when it came to that time, they got what they're going to get. It didn't have nothing to do with the person beside them. Though they might have been competing in their mind to get themselves up or competing against themselves, but in actuality, there is no competition. That's why I say you can blow it away. Just get it out your mind. Just be the best you that you can be. And so while we're going through the process, if you looked at the video yesterday, then we're picking up information. We're in places that we've never been. Now we're talking to people that we haven't talked to before. Now we're in groups that we haven't been connected to before. Now we're reading materials. Now we're doing things that we never done before. And that brings about growth. And if that's growth, then you're becoming a better version of yourself. And so as you're growing into it, whatever it is, wealth, if you want to build wealth, guys, remember, we are where we are based on majority of the time. Now there's some situation outside the window, but we are basically where we are based on our decisions. So if we make better decisions, we're going to be in better places, or we're going to have a better outcome. And sometimes we call that just growing up and becoming mature. When younger, we made some bad decisions based on what? The lack of understanding, the lack of knowledge, not having enough experience, not really talking to people. And then once we got a little older and a little wiser, then we start seeking counsel. We started asking people, say, hey man, this person is doing this. I'm going to ask them how they're doing it. Or I'm going to read about it. I'm going to do something about it so that I can grow, so that I can make better decisions. I don't care if it's about building wealth. I don't care if it's about becoming a better person, whatever the case may be. We have enough information, and that's why we're here today. That's why you're listening to me today. It's gathering information. Will you get it all in one setting? No, you're just going to get a nugget, something to think about, something that you can internalize so that you become better. And once you become better, you're becoming a better version of yourself. And so there is no competition. There is no limit in what we can become if we continue to study and get ourselves in the right position. No, I can't go back into time and do certain things. I'm too old. So, but we have to look at it in the right perspective, being able to do something. If there's no impediment that's stopping us, or there's no age, or whatever the case may be, what I'm saying is within the natural realm and the natural things that you are able to do within your grasp, and all you got to do is grow into it, then those opportunities are there. Guys, there is no competition. Um, People gonna come to you. Think about it like this: when you're thinking about something, and we're sharing information, and we're becoming a better version, and say, hey man, I didn't know that. Now I can apply this. When you help someone, this is one thing I want to add to it, and that's why I'm kind of out, kind of scatterbrained a little bit appears to be. But what I want to bring is to another thought, and I said it in an earlier video. If you help people get what they want, you will eventually get what you want. I've shared that before, and I gave you a big example. I'm not going to give it to you in this one. But guys, if you ever help someone, ask them, say, hey, I helped you with this. How long were you seeking help in this area? How long? It might have been a short period of time, or they may say, man, I've been waiting on somebody to help me with this thing or give me this information that I did not have before, and now I have it. And then it'll let you know that the process, going back to the other, it takes time, guys. But look to get the nuggets. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what other people are saying. Grab hold of that nugget, internalize it, think about it, expand on it, write down some stuff. So, when I heard that, what came to my mind? Jot it down and expand that. And that is the growth process, guys. So when I'm saying there is no competition, I'm saying there is none. You can blow it away because there is none. Don't even think about it. It's as simple as that. Get that competition stuff out of your mind and just become a better version of yourself. And become a better version of yourself is going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take some effort. You got to know what you want. You got to know what the outcome that you want. And once you fixate your mind on what you want and understand whatever's for me and whatever that want is, I'm not going to be denied. Guys, I can tell you so many stories about the things that me and my wife wanted. Didn't have no means of getting it, but we wanted it. We set that goal. And 90% of the things that we wanted, we got. And the 10%, we actually probably didn't want it as bad as the 90 because we didn't get it. And so that's what I'm saying, because once you set your mind and then you see some of the challenges that you may have, the growth challenges that you may have, sometimes we say, man, it's not worth it. So that's that small percentage. But when you really want something, if you really take the time and think about it, once you finish looking at this video, think about the things that you really wanted. I mean, really wanted. And out of those things, count the times that you got what you wanted. Guys, I can promise you, you got a very high percentage of the things that you really wanted it. And you said, man, I'm going to get it, do it or die. You had that type of mindset and you went after it, you got it. And so it's no different here because there is no competition. The only competition, if any, was within yourself to say, I really want to get it. So guys, man, blow the competition away because there is none. Become the better version of yourself. Become better, and then you will accomplish those things that you want to accomplish. Why? Because you'll make better decisions. Why? Because you'll be wiser. Why? Because you'll be in a better place than what you are right now. There is no competition. Whatever you want, you can get it if you really believe it. Till next time, guys, take care.